So, the GTA 6 trailer just came out, and this video is taking me a little while to make, so hopefully you like it. I'm basically going to be breaking down stuff that I think is interesting, and I'm going to be trying to cover stuff that people haven't covered in other videos as well. I haven't really watched any breakdowns, so perhaps I'll speak the same sort of stuff. But in the first shot, we see a nice purple sunset, and there's also volumetric looking clouds, as well as clouds that don't look volumetric. There's also a giant tower in the middle, so that if you're flying planes, just try not to crash into it, I guess, because that would be pretty bad. There is a plane heading directly towards it, so hopefully he's alright. We then see a fence that looks like it's part of a prison, which would make sense because we are now in a prison looking at our first look at the protagonist, Lucia. Looks like she's got a family photo or something, so maybe they'll be in the story. And also the lighting and graphics just look insane. You have to remember that Rockstar Games render all their stuff in-game engine, so this isn't CGI generated, this is what it's actually going to look like. We then have a shot of the ocean, dolphins swimming, and a shark. Also, there's this boat here that looks pretty cool. It's pretty bigger than compared to normal boats that we have in GTA 5, so it'd be cool to see that in launch of GTA Online straight away. We then also see people swimming in the sea. They kind of just stood there, not really doing anything, so hopefully that's just because that's the trailer and they're just stood there. We then see that the population density is way more than the population density of GTA 5 on the PS3 and PS4 versions of the game, so it's going to be nice to see a lot more pedestrians. Also, it's going to be a very dangerous place for people driving cars in GTA Online. We then get Rockstar Games Presents, which looks exactly like the one from Vice City, and then we also get a nice look at the new interiors. There's a lot more interiors in this game compared to GTA 5, and they look pretty nice, as well as the sunset that's also looking very nice. It could be the morning. Either way, it looks really cool. There's like the hair blowing as well for the person sat on the seat. I don't turn left there using a shotgun, but the foliage and the trees and stuff, it just looks really, really nice, and hopefully this is what it's going to look like throughout the whole game. And yeah, you can see the birds, the flamingos, herons, crocodiles, deer in the distance in the middle, I think. So population of animals is also going to be much more. It's going to be interesting to drive around this place. It kind of reminds me of the Fort Zancudo area. Obviously, there's a lot more animals. You could actually see this is actually in Red Dead if you wanted to. Now, a look at the beach. You can see this super Volito looking helicopter, and the Sea Sparrow seems to be returning at launch for this game. There's also a guy in hot pink Speedos just stood there in the sea, as well as a Chihuahua just running on the beach with people that own him. And also looking at all the pedestrians, they all look completely different. It then cuts to a reference from the Miami Vice movie. This is virtually the same as the boat race intro from that movie, and then we cut to a bridge of our character driving in a car, it looks like, as well as this cool building that looks like the one from GTA Vice City, which you do a stunt jump into. So it'd be kind of cool to see a stunt jump return, but it's pretty high, so maybe it's just like a knife float or something else, because I don't think we'll be able to do a stunt up there, but that's definitely where I'm going when the game first launches. We then get a look at what looks like a police helicopter, pretty much the same as the one from GTA 5, I'd say. It could just be a placeholder, but then we get to look at the intricate details of cars. This car looks insane. It looks like the wheels have been altered. Well, they're definitely altered. I don't know whether or not it'd be a customizable option. Then cuts to a bunch of nightclubs and dudes. The next shot is pretty insane. This looks like Starfish Island from GTA Vice City. Obviously, it's a lot more dense with things to do, and there's also a yacht, so it'd be cool to see yachts returning. I don't know why they're doing GTA DLC in the game at launch, so maybe that won't be an online. There's also like a tolling station, so hopefully we don't have to pay every time we go through the islands, but it's GTA, so I guess we won't have to do that. Then cuts to Ocean View, or Ocean Beach Boulevard, or whatever it's called, and it looks pretty much the same as the GTA Vice City one in terms of lighting, but obviously it's so much more realistic. There's also that white car that could be the Tornado, but it could also be the car from the Oceanic clip that I just showed you, as well as the Cheetah. It looks like the classic Cheetah, but who knows, it might just be called the Cheetah in this game if it's the one that goes in at launch. We can also see what looks like a Carbona's Air, or whatever it's called. I think there's a Coquette D10 parked upside that's facing away from us. If that's what the back looks like, I think that's what it came from, so perhaps that's why they added it to GTA Online update, because they had it in there as well. It also looks like there's a convertible Comet that's pretty cool. I think we see a Comet later on, a wide body as well, and also we can see the original hotel down there too. Now this shot looks insane. It looks like the Outer Banks, and if we look at the Dodo here, it looks like there's a cool stunt jump behind it as well. Probably one you're not going to want to mess up, because it will take a while to get back to. And there's also like this kind of balloon looking blimp thing. I'm not sure if it's a weather balloon. It's definitely not something you can drive, but who knows, maybe it is. I don't know. And there's also cargo container ships driving around. Now here's this screenshot sparked a lot of debate online, or you could say like a mass debate, because well, anyway, this character that people are thinking is our main character, but if you look at that view, the view just looks insane. Jokes aside, that could be our main character, I don't know. And then it cuts to like a bunch of news and media. I'm hoping this isn't a big part of the game, but if the NPCs are actually doing this in free mode, it's going to be pretty cool. But maybe it have to be one-off, because if you see the same thing twice, it's going to be a bit weird, I think. Like crocodiles walking in shops. If that was a regular occurrence, that'd be pretty insane. And then we get like a point of view shot from police. I don't know where this would be in the game. Maybe it's like a cutscene, I don't know. And then usually you got to hit the strip club to see Jiggle like that for real. It's really weird. I hope these don't occur, like I said a second ago, all the time. Also, you can see that it seems like tow trucks are returning as the tow truck passes by this guy. And I wanted to point out that it looks like there's an explosion going on in the background of this guy's mirror. And this is also another real life like copy. There's a guy in a thong just watering his garden. Look at those butt cheeks. The texture on his bum cheeks, so I don't really want to get into it. This character looks pretty cool, I suppose, in the mud, and there's also what looks like a Liberator in the background, which is pretty exciting to see monster trucks come into the game at launch. Now, this Lucha Libre fan is also a reference to real life. Like I said, all of these media things are references to things in real life, but it's pretty cool. This guy has a mullet, so I hope to see that as a customization for Jason or even Lucia as well, and in online. Now, the hands look insane as a sheriff car passes by, suggesting they're in more of like a rural area. And then there's a media cut of like an ambulance, and it's pretty cool because I think ambulances might actually be doing something in this game. If we look at what they do in GTA 5, you knock someone out, they just walk off. So it'd be cool to see them actually reviving people in GTA 6. What looks like we can do for the first time wheelies on quad bikes as well as motorbikes, but that's returning. I think quad bike seems to be quite new. And then there's an intersection here where we can see the Banshee returning in its iconic color, the blue and white stripe, as well as what looks like a Comet wide body. I'm not really too sure on car customization, but it'd be cool to see that kind of customization in the game at launch. We can then see the return of Pisswater and E-Cola, so maybe we'll have snacks return as well so we can get health back. Here I thought it was the Sabre Turbo, but Sabre Turbos usually only have 2 doors. As you can see, this one has 4 doors, but the lights at the back look pretty much the same. And that's it. That is literally everything I've just discovered in the video, in the trailer. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for GTA 6. Hopefully this video was good. If I talk too quick, you can always watch it on a slower playback, but I just wanted to get it all in as much as possible and save as much of your time as possible. So thank you for watching. I'll see you